Today, for an extended episode of What's Happening Here, we're going to Hollywood. No, not that Hollywood, but right here in Atlanta, Georgia. We're here at Trilith Studios for the Trilith Experience. Welcome to What's Happening Here, where we take you on a journey to see what's new, what's exciting, and what's happening in some of Atlanta's most popular neighborhoods. And we sum it all up by showing you a great development where you could live in close proximity to all of that excitement. We're at Trilith Studios. Georgia's film industry ranks #1 globally in production of top-grossing feature films. Today, there are more TV shows and movies shot in Georgia than there are in New York City and Hollywood, California. The combination of attractive tax incentives, affordable production costs, well-established infrastructures, diverse locations, and a favorable climate make Atlanta the cost-effective hub for entertainment and video production in this industry. We're here for the Trilith Experience with Austin Causey. Tell us all about how this originated.
Man, it's quite a story, and we invite anybody that wants to take part of the Trilith Experience, come down, check it out for yourselves. We've got this hour-long tour. You guys just got off it. You got awesome. The full experience. Amazing. So 10 years ago, all of this was farmland, and our Chief Visionary Officer, Dan Cathy, he went out to London, met with the folks at Pinewood, UK, and ended up forming a partnership to build what was then called Pinewood Atlanta. So that was how it all started. We had Pinewood, a great partnership with those guys. They brought over this little client called Marvel. We ended up filming Ant-Man, Avengers Endgame, Avengers Infinity War, Spider-Man No Way Home, truly culture-shaping movies here at Trilith. And had a great partnership with the folks at Pinewood. And then a couple of years in, amicably split, we decided to get into some other verticals like the town that you saw. And really this idea of a live, create, play ecosystem for creativity and inspiration, and rebranded everything as Trilith. And this idea of Trill, we talked a lot about it. Our shared corporate purpose is this idea of inspiring human flourishing. We want people that are filming here, living here, visiting here, we want them to live their best, most fulfilled life. We believe that that happens when you're enriched in 4 different ways: mentally, emotionally, spiritually, relationally, and physically. And so our software here in the town, and even the hardware and some of the placemaking we've done, is all about inspiring human flourishing in those 4 elements. Georgia has a really unique film tax credit. It's 30% basically that you can get in your production, but that's a huge benefit for Georgia as well because you're using Georgia vendors, you're creating Georgia jobs. And so there's actually a study recently that showed for every dollar the state has invested in the tax credit, actually is providing about $6 worth of value for the state. So it's a great impact. It's a great win for us, but it's also a great win for the state.
I understand during our tour and our time together today that you actually live here at Trilith, so you get the true Trilith experience.
That's right, I'm all in.
Tell us what that's like.
So what drew me here was the walkability. I wanted to be in a place where I could walk to get a little bit of groceries, go to the Mexican restaurant, that whole idea of really a village, right? Before we had the car, that was how everybody lived. It was just you lived and worked and played all in one area.
Yeah.
But ever since the invention of the car, we've spread out. So I wanted something that I could be in my car less, walk to the places I needed to go. And what we found is that actually restores this sense of humanity. Like it gives that human element back to the town. Mm-hmm. And so that was huge for us. But this idea of this creative, inspiring, beautifully designed place that's walkable, all those were the big factors for me.
As we're standing here today, obviously there's a lot of activity going on behind us. It looks like Trilith continues to grow.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about what's occurring.
Yeah, this is pretty amazing, and I think this is not only going to be a future icon for Trilith, but really the south side of Atlanta. This is going to be called Trilith Live. So if you think about that LA Live, Austin city limits, you've got all this entertainment district really is what's going on here. So we wanted, anybody can come to the town at Trilith anytime. There are shops here, restaurants here, but we wanted to create an experience that would help cast the vision for the bigger picture of all things Trilith. And so we've condensed it down. We've got about an hour of content. You get to see the studios, you get to see the town, but more importantly, you get to hear the story. You get to hear the vision of why is this place at Trill? What makes it unique? So that's why I would encourage all of you, come check it out for yourself, see what it's like.
And if somebody wanted to come take the Trilith experience and discover it all for themselves, how would they go about doing so?
Absolutely, and it could be you want to come by yourself or you want to bring your team. We've hosted 300-person school field trips, so there's options for everyone. The easiest way to get started is to go to trilithfoundation.org/experience, and that's the way to kick off your Trilith experience.
Awesome. Well, we have thoroughly enjoyed our time here today at Trilith.
My pleasure.
Thank you so much. This was super exciting, and we can't wait for the next time.
Loved hosting you guys, and hope to see you real soon.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
So if you love everything you just learned about the happenings in and around the studio, imagine if you could almost live right here on set. My favorite option is Town at Trilith, and they have a ton of housing options. A lot has gone into the thought behind this community, with curating shopping places, chef-inspired dining options on site, and purposeful placement of green space within a block of each home site. There's a central plaza for community viewings of film and sports, and a 10,000 square foot event space made up of 24 shipping containers for various gatherings. There's lakes, pools, and farms. Various styles and price points of homes are dotted throughout Trilith. Various forms of housing include condos, lofts, townhomes, single family, micro, cottage, estate, and even custom lots. Upon completion, residents will have 15 miles of nature trails, 54 acres of forest, 19 superbly landscaped parks, and one of the most sophisticated and welcoming dog parks in the world. That's it for this episode of What's Happening Here from Trilith Studios in the Hollywood of the South. We're off to find the next great spot.